Hello Vitas, welcome back to my page. Today's tutorial is going to be a DIY frozen costume tutorial and we will be doing Anna, Elsa, and little Olaf. I can't wait to show you guys, so let's get started. Our first look is going to be Queen Elsa, and our first step is her blonde hair. If you don't have blonde hair, use a blonde wig and just style it the way Elsa does. It's very simple. Then we're going to take white pantyhose to create her off-the-shoulder transparent sleeves. Now, all we're going to do is to cut a V shape where the two legs meet. This is going to be the area that goes over your head and rests on your shoulders to create the appearance of her sleeves. Then you're going to cut off the tips of the toes, and then you're going to add a little circle on the bottom side. This is where your finger is going to go through, and it's going to create that nice V shape that she has over her hands. So once that process is done, you just put your fingers through the hole, you have your hands go through, put it over your head, and there you have it. It's so simple, and it's such a great solution and an inexpensive solution to her sleeves. Now we're going to create her bedazzled bodice that she wears. So it's very simple. All you're going to need is just sequins, liquid stitch glue, a sponge brush, and a top. This top I got from Target. I think it was extremely cheap. I think it was less than $15. But it's nice because it's nice and structured and it has a good shape to it. So all I'm doing is adding the liquid stitch and just bedazzling it. It's so simple to do, you guys. I mean, it literally took me maybe an hour to do the whole thing, and it just dries overnight. You can do whatever type of pattern you want, and there you have it. The bodice is done. It's time to do Elsa's magnificent cape. I got fabric from Joann Fabrics, one with this nice metallic snowflake on it, the other one is this blue color shifting material, and I'm just layering them up to give this nice effect. So I'm taking the two shortest sides and I'm going down the center and cutting about a 12-inch slit. This is going to allow for the fabric to stretch when you're putting on the bodice so that none of the fabric rips. Now we are going to take those four corners that we've just created and we're going to glue them on the inside of the bodice, making sure that the fabric that you want showing is on the outside, flowing outwards, as you see mine here. Once all four sides of your fabric are glued down, you are going to just take the rest of that fabric that's left and just gather it all up and just glue it onto the inside of your bodice to create a really nice gathered full effect. You're going to do that on both the left side and the right side so that none of your fabric is hanging off, and it just creates this nice flowy effect behind the bodice. And here you go, your bodice should look something like this. It's so simple to do. All you used was a hot glue gun and fabric. Show you guys how to make a high-waisted stretchy skirt without any sewing. If you guys already have a skirt that works for this outfit, go ahead and use it. You can opt out of this step. But we're going to take fabric and fold it in half. Using the edge that's folded, that's going to be our starting point. Take a skirt that you want to use as a pattern and fold it in half down the center front. You're going to line that up with the folded edge of your fabric to start creating your cutout pattern. So you're going to add about an inch around the whole entire pattern, and that's going to be the area that you're going to start cutting as you see me doing here. Once your pattern is cut, you're going to open it up and we're going to start using this, which is called Stitch Witchery. It's basically a substitution for stitching, but you just use an iron and a damp cloth to adhere. It's so simple and easy. So we're going to start with the bottom hem, and also we're going to do the waist hem. So I'm taking about 4 inches of the Stitch Witchery and I'm folding over my fabric and then just taking the damp cloth, putting it over and holding down my iron for about 10 seconds on each strip to create the hem. Look at how awesome that came out. And I'm just going to continuously do that on all sides of my fabric till I get the hems that I want. Look how cool that looks, you guys, and there's no stitching or sewing machine involved. So now it's time to close off the back of the dress. So all we're going to do is the exact same process we've already been doing. We're going to take the stitch Witchery tape and put it about an inch in from the cut seam. We're going to fold the fabric over to make sure that it's all closed up, and then take the wet damp towel, use the iron 10 seconds to adhere the stitches, and then your dressy skirt is complete. And there you have it, your Queen Elsa costume is finished. Now it's time to move on to Princess Anna's costume. Our first step is to take a black tank top. I got this one from Forever 21, I think for like $2 or something. But we're going to take yellow ribbing and we're going to start gluing that on to the edging of the shirt to create the same design as Anna's top. Anna's top has a really nice little V cut in the center front of it, so I'm going to use my ribbon to kind of mask out where I want that V shape to be, and then I'm just going to use my scissors to cut out that shape. Once I have that shape cut out, I'm just going to go ahead and just glue down the ribbon to create that shape. And I'm also going to take off the fabric in the back so that it all matches one another. So you can see exactly how I'm doing it here. It's very simple to do, and it ends up giving it that nice little authentic look that Anna's top has. Now I'm using a photo to replicate Anna's design that she has on her top. I'm using these squeezable fabric paints that I got from Joann Fabrics to create the design. Now I chose to freehand it because I feel comfortable with that, but if you guys don't, you can always use white chalk to draw out the pattern first before you go back and paint it on. So these fabric paints are just very simple to use, which is why I recommend using them. So once you get the pattern down, you can go back with your other colors and add the florals and add the little other shapes that are in her pattern to really bring out the design of the top. Now it's time to make Anna's cape, and I'm so excited about this because it came out so cute. We're going to take the longest edge of the fabric once it's completely laid out, and we're going to roll it over using 4-finger measurements, which is about 2.5 inches. We're going to take our scissors and 2 fingers and measure out from the center out and cut little incisions for every 2 fingers, which is about maybe 1/2 inch, and we're going to do that all along the folding that we just created. You should end up with these little holes. The purpose of these holes are going to be so you can weave the ribbon in and out to create the gathering that's going to go around the neck. So you're just going to weave in the ribbon as you see me doing here. We're going to fold each side over so that both edges meet, and we're going to cut a round edge to emulate Anna's coat. You can either stop there, or to add some nice details to really make the coat look like Anna's, you can add on these purple puffball trims that I got from Joann Fabrics. This just really adds a nice detail to really make the coat come to life. Taking it one step further and adding this purple lace to really replicate Anna's coat. You guys can opt to do this or you can opt not to, but either way your coat's going to look amazing. How cute is this coat? Oh my gosh, I fell in love with it when I was making it. I'm definitely probably going to make some other ones just to wear during the winter time. It's just so cute. I love it. By the way, I got Anna's skirt from H&M. Now I'm just going to dress her up by adding some gold thigh-high stockings to add to the look. Once everything is on and all dressed up, all you need is your black boots and your Anna look is complete. Now it's time for the Olaf outfit, and I love this costume. It's just so cute and just so simple to do. So you're just gonna need some foam balls and a foam cutter to cut them in half. Then you're just going to take some black paint and use a sponge brush to just paint the balls in black. These are gonna add that little illusion of his coals that he has. Then once that's done, all you do is take a white fitted dress, add some cardboard underneath so that nothing sticks to one another, and just hot glue gun the buttons onto the dress, and it's just so simple and complete, and this is exactly what it looks like, you guys. Oh, I love her. She's just so funny. We're almost done. Now it's time to create the headdress. We're going to take this black felt and cut out 2 circles to add onto the foam balls to create Olaf's little eyes. Once we're done with those, we're going to take the little foam cone that we have and we're going to wrap it up into the orange felt. We're going to cut out the shape that it creates when we fold it up, and all we're going to do is just hot glue gun that into shape to create Olaf's little cone nose, even though it's not really very small in the movie, but you get what I mean. So once that is done, you kind of have your little face developing. Just cut off all the excess fabric, and there he is. Well, he's almost there. Now we're going to take the white felt and we're going to fold it in half, create this oval shape that you see me doing here, and that's going to act as the piece that's going to go onto the headband that's going to kind of hold everything in place. So once that's glued on, just to stabilize everything, we're going to cut off the bottom parts of each of the foam balls to stabilize and have an area where the glue will be able to stick onto, and we're also going to do that for the cone as well. So you saw how I measured it out there. You're just going to cut a diagonal off of the nose so that it sits nicely on the headband. You glue that into place, and then you just glue the eyes on right next to them, and then there you have it. It's glued and in place, and your little face is slowly developing. The next step is to take the brown pipe cleaners to create his little branch hair that he has going on up there. So you're just going to bend the bottoms to add a little stable place to add the glue, and just glue everything into place. Once it's all dried up, you're going to start manipulating the little quote-unquote branches to make them look nice and organic and like Olaf's little branch hair. And there you have it. How cute is it? I love it so much. It's such a simple little outfit, but it does so much. So now if you just want to add more to dress it up, you can opt to add some white thigh highs to add a little bit more pizzazz to this outfit. Also, I thought it'd be really cute to add these white faux fur leg warmers to really tie in the whole winter wonderland theme. And there you go, Olaf's outfit is complete, and it looks like she wants some hugs. There you guys have it. All of your DIY costume tutorials are done. Anna, Elsa, and little Olaf. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it for you guys. I hope to see you back soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to share this video with all your friends. Mwah! Bye guys!